guys, Monica here, coming from the LA Fit Expo. I'm at the legendary booth with some amazing people like Christina Garza here. Can't wait to have a little visit with her. And right before, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you get notifications for more awesome interviews, because we're going to be talking to Christina about why and how she looks so amazing.
Hi.
Hi, Christina.
Hello.
Well, first of all, thank you for taking a few minutes here to come talk to us at the Monica Brant Show. And
Absolutely.
I mean, automatically, I walk in and you stood right out. So just had to say congrats on the hard work.
Thank
I know
you.
that it doesn't come easy.
Right.
And you're here at the booth, so I take it you're working with Legendary Foods. I mean, you got the shirt on to prove that.
Yeah.
So tell me about yourself. Who are you, and why are you here at this awesome booth, and what have you got going on?
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for talking to me. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I'm a little nervous. But like I said, my name is Christina, and I am a fitness trainer. So I do personal training mainly. I do nutrition plans for clients. I'm a certified trainer. I work at a gym in Orange County called Intensity Gym, where I train my clients. I also compete in bikini bodybuilding. So I do NPC bikini bodybuilding. I'm an amateur competitor and currently preparing for my next competition.
Ah, okay. Hence the amazing physique. But I'm assuming as what you do for work, you probably keep yourself in a pretty good range just so that you are good representation of your work for your clients, right?
Absolutely. And well before competing, I was already a trainer, and I've been doing gym workouts in the gym for, 10 years or more. So a long time.
Oh, that's awesome. How did you get involved with competitions?
Well, actually one of my best friends did a competition in 2019, and I went to her competition and I just thought, wow, that looks amazing. And she always said that she looked at me and she'd say, you would be really good at this. You should do it. But I didn't have the nerve for a long time to do it. I didn't think I could do it. And, sometimes when we hit like a really hard spot in life, it really fuels us to stand up, to get back up on our feet and do something amazing and prove to ourselves that we can survive and we can do things. So I hit a really tough place in my life, and I wanted to do something amazing. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this. And I committed myself to a prep, and I did my first competition after 5 months of prepping. And the first time I hit the stage, actually, it was even before I hit the stage, I realized, oh, I love doing this. So I actually fell in love with prep. And I've done 2 more shows since then, so I've done 3 shows total.
And
it's been an amazing journey. It's something that I've been able to learn from and get a lot more experience in, and it's also enabled me to use some of the stuff that I've learned to help clients.
Right. I was just going to ask you about that. How much of it are you using with your clients?
Yeah.
And have your clients changed any as far as the type of clients that you're now getting?
Yeah, for sure. So much of it I'm able to use with my clients. A lot comes from a lot of the nutrition, obviously, that I learned more about nutrition and through the process of prepping. But also just like the mindset tools that you gain doing competition prep. I mean, it makes you so mentally stronger. And I've been able to use a lot of those tools with my clients. It's helped them a lot. I've always been, I train both men and women, but mainly women. Women are drawn to me. I get a lot of women that are in their 30s and 40s because that's my age group. And when I started my fitness journey, my competition journey, I was turning 40.
Aww,
so it inspired a lot of people around that age. And so I get a lot of women in their 30s and 40s, and they're like, you know what, I want my 40s to be, I want to make a change. I want a lifestyle change, and I'm ready for it at this time in my life. So yeah, it's helped me to help people in that way.
Wow. So what would you say is your favorite thing about prep? Because you said you fell in love with prep, which is,
Yeah.
that's such a big part. Because you think about the stage, it's such a short time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand it could be 1 or 2 days depending on the show, but you're on stage for so short a time.
Right.
So it's that whole journey leading up to it. So what would you say is your favorite things about the prep part?
I love feeling like I'm on a mission. I love having that mission. It gives me fulfillment, and it keeps me going every day. It gives me like a tangible purpose that I'm reaching for. I just love having that feeling. Because when I turned 40, I also have a son, and he moved out of the house around that time. So I found myself in a new season of life where I was getting older. I no longer feel like a mom where I have those everyday mom duties. And so when I started my first prep, it really kept me busy, and it gave me back that purpose in life that was no longer there from like raising my son,
Mm-hmm.
So it did that for me. And now it's the same thing. When I'm in an off season, I miss the feeling of prep. I miss having that like mission to go towards.
That's funny, because sometimes so many people are like, they hate that part of it, because it can be so strenuous. It can be so secluding.
Yeah.
But then, it was so much when you get to the show and then you do the show, then you're like, that was awesome. Let me do it again. When can I do another one?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That we go through those crazy emotions.
Yeah. And just understanding that time off is good for our bodies.
Right.
And we need it. So it's just as essential.
And then, how would you tell someone, because I think I did shows for 26 years, and I learned how to come off a show and be normal for the time I needed to be normal, which, I don't know if there's ever normal for a fitness person, but,
Right.
but not have that big roller coaster ride of gaining a lot of weight and then trying to lose it all. Like, I always stayed in a really good place because I had to work in between with fitness stuff like these expos and contracts and stuff. So what would you say to someone that about that part of it, like coming off a show? How do you stay true to having a healthy lifestyle and not like falling off the wagon of eating everything? Maybe these tasty pastries help too, right?
Yeah. That's definitely difficult. And even after my first show, I definitely went crazy on food. So I understand what that's like. And it's really about I think what I've had to learn is how to understand my body, how to honor my body, and understand that a hunger cue doesn't always necessarily mean that you're hungry.
Right.
Sometimes you need hydration. Sometimes you need sleep. And so learning how to understand your body, and it's not, some of those cravings are actually not cravings for food itself, but if you dig deep and you really understand your body, you can connect with your body, and you can understand, learn how to understand what it truly needs. I think that now, knowing that when I feel a trigger or I feel hunger, I feel a cue, I understand, I haven't had water in the last 2 hours. Mm-hmm. I just need to hydrate. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily that I'm hungry, or, I know I haven't slept well this week. My body's craving energy, not necessarily food, and so I need to rest. And so when you can learn to understand your body like that, I think it's easier to stay in a healthy zone. And just knowing what my goals are, I know that I still have goals to reach. I know that I still have I want to compete more in the future. So I understand that this is my lifestyle now, and that in order to get to where I want to go, I need to live in this this lifestyle year round.
Sustainability.
And yes, with sustainability.
Yeah.
Yes. And understanding your macros is also helpful, because you can still enjoy treats with moderation without taking yourself over. So I use my Fitness Pal a lot to track my macros and try to stay on track that way.
One of the things you said here just reminded me, when you're a parent, you start and you get that brand new baby, and it's crying. You're like, I don't know, does it have a wet diaper? Is it tired? Does it need to eat? What is it? Why is it crying? We want to take care of that cry and satisfy the need immediately, right? I'm sure you can go back to remembering that with your son. And so we think about it, and this just kind of came to mind as you're talking about this, being self-aware of what and this is something that I've worked with clients a long time, like hunger pain doesn't mean you eat. It means you stop and you pay attention. Time it. How long does that hunger pain last? Do you need water? What is it? Being that self-aware. But it just reminded me of being that our body is now that baby. Yeah. And we got to figure out, what does that pain mean? Like you said, you could be tired. You could be needing water. Maybe you just need a break. You need to stand up and walk around or get out of the kitchen, right? Because sometimes it's just the thing that you're in the same environment and your body's like, your brain's always like, it's time to eat because we're in the kitchen. Like, no. Yeah. I went in to get something else, and now all of a sudden I'm thinking about food.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that was really kind of when you were talking about that, I'm like, it reminds me of a new parent with a new baby trying to figure out, what does that cry mean? Because after a while, you end up knowing. Yeah. Right? Like that cries for this and that cries for that. Yeah. Or just the timing of things, being aware of what's the timing that diaper needed to be changed, or when's the last time they've eaten, Yeah, exactly. So you get used to that. And I think that's what comes, like you're saying, with that self-awareness. Really important. So how did you get lined up with Legendary Foods, and what's your favorite flavor of tasty pastries?
Oh, yeah. So I met Bruce at a muscle contest. Okay. I was at a muscle contest a couple months ago doing presenting trophies. And Bruce pulled me aside and was like, hey, I've got, have you tried this? And I was like, of course I've tried it, because if you go to muscle contests, everybody it's all over
has tried it.
So he said, I have, I need people for the LA Fit Expo. Would you be interested? And I said, absolutely. I love this product and I would love to help promote it. So my favorite is chocolate.
The chocolate cake?
I love chocolate cake. Okay. The chocolate cake.
That's one of mine too.
Yeah. So
that is exciting. Okay, when's your show?
It is. I don't have an exact date, but looking at 9 to 12 weeks out from here.
Okay. And it'll be here in California?
Here in California, yep.
Awesome. Yep. All right, Christina, it's so good to talk to you. And will you share with the viewers where people can find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at ChristinaAnn_fit.
Christina Ann _fit.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we're so thankful to have you on the Monica Brant Show. I'm going to say best of skill, because I don't ever wish anybody luck. People work way too hard to just say that something is done and it happened because of luck.
Awesome.
So best of skill. Stay focused. And I know you're doing a beautiful job with all your clients. And I can't imagine that you're in your 40s. I would have thought you'd be like 29.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not kidding.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look great.
My mom is the one that we have to thank for that, because she gave me her genetics.
Well, thank you, Mom.
Yes, thank you, Mom.
I always say that too. My mom has rocking body at 76.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So
awesome.
I'm very thankful. We're thankful to have those good moms.
Yes.
Good genes. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video and the interview with Christina, be looking for more from the LA Fit Expo here. You tune into the Monica Brant Show. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
Thank you.
So you get notified for more awesome interviews. Thanks, Christina.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ron with Legendary Foods. We're here at the LA Fit Expo today. We've got a pretty amazing booth, as you can see. We make the tasty pastry. It's got 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of net carbs, and it's for all the people out there that want to stay on their nutrition programs but don't want to blow it and still want to be able to eat a tasty treat. You can check us out at eatlegendary.com or on Instagram at Legendary Foods.